Hi everyone, my name is Didrik Witzøe and I'm an employee benefit and pension advisor in Söderberg & Partners International team. I'm here to talk to you about pension and the new regulations in the Norwegian market. We all fight to earn our salary. We fight for a raise. And also we expect to get the income into your account every month at a specific date. And we rely on that because we need it. Our lifestyles tend to reflect our level of income. When you turn pensioner, you no longer have anyone to turn to fight for a raise. That means you need to act now. You need to act in advance. Your employer has set up a pension account which they contribute to on a monthly basis to make sure you get an allowance when you turn into retirement. This pension plan is the active pension plan, which is alive and gets contributed assets on a monthly basis. But you may have had previous employers who also had this pension plan. But this one is closed. Let's call it the passive pension account. In Norway, it's called the Pension Capital Certificate, PKB. And now, the new EPK, your own individual pension account, is created. And this account is created around your active plan with your current employer. The key and the essence about the EPK is that your previous built-up pension capital now can be transferred into your active plan and gather all your pension accounts and pension capital. This is a big leap in the Norwegian market, and it makes the pension system more flexible and gives you the opportunity to actually structure your pension capital and make sure that you are prepared for your time as pensioner, and will maybe give you the purchasing power that you desire and you need when you retire. The EPK replies to the defined contribution pension plans that your employer provides to you. This do not apply for the national insurance, the paid-up policies you may have, any public pension plans, and it doesn't cover the pension plan that has already started on disbursement. What's very nice to everyone is that the EPK is actually automatically set up around your active pension plan. You don't have to do anything. You won't even see what's going on. So actually, it's just a change of name. However, there will be some doors opening. You are in a position now to transfer all your previous build-up pension capital into the current plan with your current employer. And it gives you the flexibility to choose. Do you want to gather them all? Or do you want to have them separately in different insurance companies? I would rather prefer to collect them all to make sure that when I retire, I will get my pension to my account from one party, one insurance company, rather than from 5 or 6 different positions. In Söderberg & Partners, we will recommend to collect these pension capital, at least at this stage, because it is in an early stage in this new system, which means that it's not fully developed yet. Therefore, at this point, it's quite hard to figure out and to understand the different aspects and the opportunities and the potential new providers entering this market. We all know that when the EPK is introduced and your previous built-up pension capital is transferred into this active account, you will save costs. The costs related to the current PKBs, previous build-up capital, are huge. It has been a goldmine for the insurance companies over the years, which means that you pay too much. This cost will be highly reduced as you move them into the current active plan. And the costs are known. And that is the only steering tool you may have at this point. However, the differences in the market is rather small. So it's not really applicable to make the final decision. You will benefit if you actually focus on your expected returns on how you invest your pension capital, your savings. It will define how your situation will be as a retired. But how does this all affect you? If you have only one employer in Norway, it doesn't really affect you at all. You only have to focus on the management of your capital. Be engaged and ensure that it is invested well. If you have more previous employers with a defined contribution pension, you should put focus on this to make sure this is gathered and how this is invested in the future. But now again, how should I interfere? All the insurance companies in Norway has joined forces under the website and the platform on norskpensjon.no. This is where everything is going to happen, where you're going to make your choices, where you have to interact to make sure that your capital is gathered. We're going to run through that shortly. But before that, there's a timeline you need to relate to. Up until the date of 1st of February this year, there was a preparation period, information were provided. The current time from February until the beginning of May will be the period that you can actually make an active choice on Norsk Pensjon. So please visit the Norsk Pensjon and make sure that you make the decision actively on your previous built-up pension capital. From May 1st, the transaction period will start. That means the insurance companies will make sure that your capital is transferred to a different vendor in case you have chosen that. And this period may take throughout this year to finish. For this specific period, Söderberg & Partners will always be there with you if you are in a need of guidance or advice to make sure you make the right decisions. This is hard to understand. This is hard to really relate to for most people. So please do not hesitate. Reach out to Söderberg & Partners and we will guide you through this. But now over to the Norsk Pensjon. The Norsk Pensjon is unfortunately not available in English. So that's why we need to go through this thoroughly to make sure you actually understand how you can interact here. At Norsk Pensjon, you will make your choices. One of the first pictures you meet is some frames where you can choose to go through Egen Pensjon, which is the individual pension account of yours. But you also have the opportunity to get the full overview of your pension under Få full pensjonsoversikt. This is where you can actually locate all your belongings in the pension market. Have a look at this and make sure you actually see all your built-up rights. Moving over to Egen Pensjon, where you can make the choices. You have to press the button of Egen Pensjon. And the first picture you meet will be all the actual policies that is involved in this sphere of EPK. You will see your active plan with your current employer, and you will also see the past plans you have developed with your previous employers. And these are the ones you need to relate to in the aspect of change. On norskpensjon.no, you will find all the build-up rights, and you will also see the details under each policy of yours. You will see the level of costs. You will also see how much you have developed or gained, built up on this plan. And you will also see how it is currently invested. Based on these details, you can see actual potential savings between the cost level on the current active plan with your current employer and what you are actually paying for the PKBs, your previous built-up capital. This may be a guiding tool, and underline that this will actually benefit you and give you an increased pension. Here you have to make a decision. Do you want to transfer your previous build-up capital, or do you want it to be left alone? That will define how you shall react on this page. Do nothing and it will be transferred. Take an active choice saying, I want to transfer it as soon as possible. Or you can say, I want to make a reservation for this because I don't want to transfer my previous build-up capital over to my active plan with my current employer. This is your choice to make. You can also choose a different provider of pension management than actually chosen by your employer. As mentioned before, this market is kind of premature at the moment and not fully developed. And that's why we will recommend you to gather your policies today and evaluate maybe investing in other providers' solutions at a later stage. When you made your choices at Norsk Pensjon, you will get a summary and also a confirmation of the choices you made. We know this might be challenging, and if you have further questions and need some further guidance, you can always reach out to Söderberg & Partners Finance Café. We have opened to guide you through your challenges, to clarify regarding your pension investments, maybe give you some further pension guidance, how to think about this, but also including your private needs of financial protection in terms of insurances. So feel free to reach out to the Finance Café and we will guide you through the next steps. I hope this summary has been of value to you, and hopefully we'll meet soon at the Finance Café. Thank you so much.